We gather here tonight in the shadow of the United Nations. The Prime Minister spoke on Friday. You're all aware of what he said, and Alex so eloquently highlighted a number of points. But I would briefly like to take you back in history. I'm not going to go all the way back to the partition plan or all the way back to the declaration of Israel as a nation state. I'm not going to go back to Israel having become a full member of the family of nations at the United Nations. Instead, I'm only going to go back to the 1970s when, after the Yom Kippur War, it was the United Nations that adopted the equation Zionism equals racism. Who loves a racist? No one. Who loves a criminal racist? No one. Who loves an apartheid advocating, practicing criminal racist? No one. Although the Zionism racism resolution was overturned by the United Nations itself, maybe early in the 1990s, nevertheless, we saw on the grounds of the United Nations Conference, first in Nairobi and later in Durban, just before 9/11, we saw a hate fest, and we cared. And the Jewish organizations cared, and the United States cared, and Israel cared, and a few of our allies cared, but most of the world didn't care. And that's 25 years ago. The Durban Conference in Durban, South Africa, a conference to stand against racism, turned into a conference of racism against Israel and the Jewish people. And the world didn't care. The Durban Declaration that was adopted there became the platform, the program, if you will, of the last 25 years. And during that program, what have we seen? We've seen seeds of hate from that hate fest grow into and blossom into full trees. We saw the Second Intifada continue and murder and maim with suicide bombers, and the world didn't care. We saw the establishment of the electronic Intifada in 2005, and the world didn't care. We saw the beginning of the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, and not only didn't the world care, but look at today. The world has joined that movement. The world is advocating for that movement, and we are paying the price. We're paying the price in our communities. We're paying the price on our campuses. We're paying the price in our shuls. We're paying the price with our own allies. We're paying the prices politically. We are paying for it in every possible way. It's taking lives, it's taking our good name and our reputation, and we here have the opportunity to do something about it. Each of you came here tonight not just to hear the Prime Minister, although we're sure that many of you had hoped to be able to say hello, to say Shana Tova, to say thank you, to say have an easy fast, have a safe day, have a safe trip, have good meetings with the President. We are sorry that you weren't able to do that in person, but we want you to understand this is not just a gathering about the Prime Minister and his visionary leadership and determination, because each of the presenters that we have assembled to bring to you tonight in this JNS Visionary Leadership Assembly are leaders in their own right. They are fearless. They are determined. They are absolutely committed to building a better future for Israel, for the United States, for the Jewish people, for people of all faiths and people from all walks of life. A closing comment. Each of you, having come here tonight, I would ask you, please, think about when you leave here tonight, what you can do in your shul, in your church, what you can do in your community, what you can do with those who govern in your community or your state or in the country. Think about the catalyst each of you are. You, your families, your friends, your companies, your foundations, your employees, all of those with whom you are affiliated. We need an echo chamber, and we hope and pray that during these days of awe, from this shul will come forth an echo chamber in which each of you will play a meaningful role. How can you do so? Be your own visionary leader. Do not be afraid. If we do not stand up for ourselves, believe me, we all know no one will stand up for us. So let us think about what is it we can do. We can speak, we can think, we can write, we can share, we can give ideas, we can give financial support, we can love our families and encourage our young people to go to their classes and not sit on the sidelines, but rather stand up, be counted. Let each of us in our communities, in our organizations, in our families, in our companies, let each of us strive during this coming year. Let us not wait another year, because the Jewish people cannot afford for us to wait another year. Alex mentioned something that everybody wants. It's called unity. I want to share with you an alternate view. Oftentimes, Jewish organizational leadership, when they call for unity, what are they saying? They're saying, Shah still. They're saying, I will speak for you. They're saying, I will chart the path. They are saying, I know better. But the fact of the matter is, we are in difficult days. We are in challenging times. And none of us know yet what tomorrow will bring, or the tomorrows of the future will bring. And therefore, let us have unity in this congregation, in this shul, that we will band together to see to it that we stand against those countries in the United Nations that have voted against us, and we display them. We make it clear that everybody knows who are the haters and who are the lovers. And we make it clear that when we seek unity, it's not for Shah Still, because Shah Still never worked in our history. It will only work if we are each visionary leaders standing together, making a difference, and enabling those around us to feel the strength, the power, the wisdom, and the vision to also stand together for the future of Israel, the Jewish people, and our many allies of all religions and from many countries around the world. Thank you for joining us here tonight.